This is a horoscope prediction for today, Libra. Those people who have had the possibility of being born between September 23 and October 22 are from this zodiac sign. Romantic relationships play a fundamental role in the emotional stability of Libras. Having love problems destabilizes them in the whole of their lives. Dear Libra, today may be a good time for you to start with that change of life that you always promise yourself, but then you always postpone for another day. If you don't consider it seriously and convince yourself you will never find the time, all those people who love you want you to get over that bad streak you're in. If you cannot cope with the situation alone, you can count on them. I know that many of you are very proud and do not want to ask for help, but sometimes things get complicated and it is necessary to turn to people. Do it without remorse, because that's what friends and family are for. In love, I know that the times have not been good for Libra, but this is going to change very soon, according to the prediction of the zodiac sign. Regarding work, money and business, I tell you that the matter is complicated at the moment, but everything will pass, and even sooner than you often think. Love horoscope for single women. The Libra woman by nature is very perfectionist and demanding with herself and, in turn, with others. You set the bar so high when it comes to finding a partner that it is logical that it is so difficult for you to find someone who meets all your requirements. You should establish an order of priorities, but do not rule out anyone who does not comply with everything you want, or you will continue without a partner for a long time. You are not perfect, so neither can you pretend that the one you have by your side is. Free horoscope prediction for the Libra man. The Libra man by nature is a free soul who has a hard time following a routine and monotonous life. What you really like is living adventures and having an intense and unplanned life. That is why it is very difficult for you to maintain a stable relationship and be subject to the wishes of the couple. You do not have to feel bad, nor think that you are rare for it. Each one is as he is, and he does not have to change if it does not harm anyone. That is why the only thing I suggest is that if you are fine as you are and starting a relationship is not in your plans, do not give false hope to anyone, because they could suffer unnecessarily because of you. Today's Libra horoscope. In love for singles, it depends on what you are looking for, so it will go on this day. For example, if you are looking for love, it is likely that nothing in that aspect will come to fruition today. This does not mean that later it will. What's more, I would tell you that if you want, you have it close in time. I mean if you want, since it may be that you are not looking for love, but other types of relationships without sentimental complications. For the latter, it is not a bad day, but the horoscope tells you that all that glitters is not gold, and that you be careful with whom you interact on this day. There is no obvious danger of any evil, but you could be disappointed. There are times when it is better to live the life that offers you many beautiful things outside of love. If you have a partner, you cannot assume the weight of all the tasks that love implies: care, social obligations, emotional support, to keep your partner comfortable. In relationships, you have to get both parties wet, or everything becomes of mere servitude. Delegate some obligations to the person you love. If you don't have a partner, there are things that are better said without saying them, and that are understood when those who want to share them are together. Do not try to take the topic of conversation with the person you love to the romantic aspect, because that will only force things. Everything must flow in a freedom and harmony beyond words. Games hurt, but you have to know how to fill in the gaps. And you can do it with your ability and with your talent. That person who leaves takes a part of the strength of your team, but you stay in charge, and that's the important thing. No one in that space is indispensable outside of yourself, which is the essence of the business. Horoscope June 14. Love today. You will not feel in the mood to be alone. Your desires for affection and romance will be strong. Send a fun email at work to your little heart, or leave her a romantic voice message on the phone. You will feel like connecting with your partner during the day. Maybe you should plan a special evening together after work. If you're single, ask that special person you've been thinking about on a date. Horoscope June 14. Work. Has the ideal career suddenly appeared out of nowhere? Or perhaps it is an advance on a personal or sentimental level? If so, don't dismiss it as too good to be true. It is something very concrete. Take a few days to consider your options and possible contingencies. Consult with people who are experts in the field. If everything is favorable, in good time. Remember that usually the opportunity only calls once. Horoscope June 14. Money. Beware of lawyers, bankers and stockbrokers. One of them may try to mislead you with some incorrect information. As long as it's in his best interest for you to trust this information, it sure isn't in yours. Do your own research and gather all the facts before making a monetary investment that you are recommended to do or letting yourself be carried away by the advice of your bank advisor. Horoscope June 14. Health. Mystical and strange dreams await you tonight, perhaps with angels or spiritual beings. The dream message will help you better understand a somewhat difficult relationship. Have a notebook near your bed so you can write down the details of your dreams as soon as you open your eyes. Analyze them carefully, perhaps that way you will better understand what is happening. You cannot assume the weight of all the tasks that love implies: care, social obligations, emotional support, to keep your partner comfortable. In relationships you have to get both parties wet, or everything becomes of mere servitude. Delegate some obligations to the person you love. Games hurt, but you have to know how to fill in the gaps. And you can do it with your ability and with your talent. That person who leaves takes a part of the strength of your team, but you stay in charge, and that's the important thing. No one in that space is indispensable outside of yourself, which is the essence of the business. You are worried about the financial aspect, and that is fine, but solving it depends on forces that are partly out of your control. Remember the harm that stress does to you. You must avoid it. You need a change of focus, and you do not realize that each day that passes brings you closer to your goal. One of your plans or projects may be stopped, Libra, even if only temporarily. You have to save a little, so you will not have problems in difficult moments. You will have some pressure at work, but then they will recognize your merits. The stars favor you in love. You will be in good spirits, and it will be a positive day. You have helped many people around you, and soon they will thank you. You should use a little more of your free time to relax, then you will perform better. You should try to lead a more dynamic life and go out to the field to oxygenate yourself. You are recovering very well from an old problem that worried you. Dedicate more time to yourself and take care of yourself. You are abandoning yourself a little. Your health will thank you. You feel very good, and with the good disposition, you want to do many things. Tip of the day: do not speak ill of anyone behind their back, not even jokingly. The walls hear, and the people amplify. Lucky numbers for today: 4, 10, 29, 33, 39, 47. Free Libra Daily Horoscope Tips. All the signs of the horoscope are divided into 3 decans according to the date of birth, and this is the specific prediction and advice of the Libra horoscope for each of them. First decan, September 23rd and October 2nd. Forget the past, a good stage begins. Get rid of prejudices and negativities. Second decan, October 3rd and 12th. You are in a period of preparation for the changes that are coming to you, but look inside yourself and discover what aspects you have to do on your part so that the long-awaited changes begin. Third decan, October 13 and 22. As in the previous changes that are coming, but beware of a false friend or an acquaintance with not very good intentions. Nothing worrisome, but alert.